Oh dang, it's Rob. Can you hear me okay? Like there's not enough or not too much background noise? Oh, that's excellent. Okay. Well, so far you're the only one here. So you want to tell me what to draw? Also, hi. How are you? Yay! Right? That's amazing. Thank you. It's weird. I'm still getting used to the idea that I don't have that big old stress hanging over me anymore. It's good. It's good. I'm very happy. So what? Oh, is that's like that guy with his eyebrow raised? He's like, huh? Right? Is that the one? Yes, that guy. The the white guy blinking meme. Oops. This fucking guy. He was all over Twitter, like forever. Part of me wish there was some way to mute like specific gifs. Alright, it's here. So soon. Very, very soon. imposter syndrome is a piece of shit. Oh, hi, Rage. Omar, yay, hi. How you guys doing today? I hate that it's such a natural state to be in when you're a creator. It's really hard to just tell your brain to shut up. Not getting this expression shitty enough. Sorry. You're forgiven, Rob. I actually did, Rob, and holy shit, I think I've yeah, what Ty just said. No, I had a great one. What was it? No, I do. I remember now. I got a good one, yeah. So as soon as October 1st rolls around, you'll see that, and then a couple of days later, I'll get bored and want to take it back. Whatever, I made it public, so if it happens, it happens. I think I need to cock his head a bit. guys are freaking magicians with this website stuff. I'm just saying. Rob, that was fun. Good request. I can't remember. Did I send you guys your last ones? Oh god, I don't think I did. I didn't. Oh wow. I think I owe people sketches. What? Me? You owe people sketches? I don't remember who was next to show. Rage, I think that was you. If you want to tell me withdraw. Yeah, Rage the Nomar.
I need to borrow you for a second.
Oh, okay.
She'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Okay, hey, I'm back. Sorry, Ty had to show me something very secret. Don't worry about it. Lady fighter. Oh, that's fun. Okay. My mic's on, right? I don't think I ever turned it off. Oops. I meant to mute it when I ran away. I don't think I did. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, my chair is very squeaky. We ended up buying Ty a new chair, and then it wasn't working out. So I took it from him, and it's already pretty squeaky. Also, my mic is like right down next to the chair, so that it's not in the direct like air conditioner. Oh yeah, do it. No, it might be the air conditioner. I guess I can turn that off. Is that better? It's not bad. I could probably stand to push it just a little bit more. If these streams were longer, you'd guys be able to watch me like noodle a pose forever and ever and ever and ever. Probably, let's see. Look at that. Well, if you guys don't mind that I sometimes spend longer on some of these than I do others. Sometimes the idea takes me longer to bang out. You guys are rad. I like this lady. There's not much banter when Ty's not in the same room. That's one thing I envy about people who do this more often, is that they don't necessarily need to talk the whole time, but they know how to keep things engaged. And sometimes I will just get lost in whatever it is I'm drawing and forget that I need to be talking to you guys too. Yeah. Omar, speaking of, it's your turn. You wanna tell me what to draw? No problem. This was fun. Ooh, a giant gator. That's fun. Okay. Alright, give me a sec. I gotta find some reference. BC. Oh dang, yeah, Rob, give me some not safe for work to drop. You know, later, not on the stream. God damn, look at this monster. It's awesome. If I do this.
You got a new patron.
Oh, nice.
You can turn that back on. That was not what was creating the sound.
Oh, it's okay. It's actually kind of nice in here without it at the moment. New patron, yay!
That doesn't happen very often. I mean, it makes sense. We're not updating. Those pile of cats.
Yeah, Colby's really close to Leo. It's a little weird. Alright. This is gonna take me a minute.
Sorry, what is it specifically? I remember Gator.
Like a giant monster gator, like what Conan would fight.
Oh hell yeah! Conan the Barb. Conan the Whirlwind Barb. Conan the Paragon level 658 Whirlwind Barb.
Rob heard the switch turn on. What are you playing?
Oh, Torchlight.
Yeah, he's playing Torchlight.
Or will be after this interminable loading screen goes away.
Omar's playing Blasphemous. Oh, that's awesome.
I don't have $30, so I'm not playing Blasphemous.
Oh my god, that looks so good though.
This is the worst month we've had financially in a while, or I would be playing Blasphemous right now. And incidentally, it's because we bought a website, but it needed to be done.
It needed to be bought, yeah.
Like, perhaps it was stupid to drop all that money at once, but like, now we don't need to think about it for 3 years.
Which is nice.
That's pretty good. I guess that is to say I could be playing Blasphemous right now if I hadn't bought Torchlight. But I did.
I'm just so glad it's a good port.
Oh, it's great. It's practically better than the PC version. I did notice another error in the stat screen that they should probably patch out. In the description of what dexterity does, the header for crit chance describes crit damage. It's like
Oh,
putting points into dexterity ups your crit damage, but it ups your crit chance, not crit damage. Strength ups your crit damage.
Omar, this is gonna be more like Gator Monster and less like Giant Gator. I hope you don't mind.
Regular sized gators are already gator monsters.
Are you seeing this thing? Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He's so big,
Gators are cool.
right? Oh, yeah. Torchlight's a great thing for scratching the Diablo itch.
I do find it's making me want to play Diablo 3 because I just haven't played it in like, God, probably over a year at this point.
It's been so long.
So I'll think about it next time the Switch version is on sale. But it is a wonderful game in its own right. It's too bad. If the multiplayer had fucking worked at all in the PC version, Diablo 3 might not have done nearly as well. Especially since Diablo 3 went through those growing pains with the auction house and shit.
Oh, right, the auction house.
But for some reason, Runic Games made the decision to make Diablo or Torchlight's multiplayer peer-to-peer, which made it phenomenally unstable.
It was crazy. Like when we were playing, I was still in Texas and at the time, but like one of us, if the game even loaded at all, we had a really hard time with leading to different areas. Like one of us would have to go through the door first and then wait through this massive loading screen like forever.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like whoever the host was had to go through first. And remember though, we weren't even playing their normal multiplayer. We weren't even playing the peer-to-peer shit. We were playing virtual LAN.
Right, yeah.
Like we were setting up Hamachi and like doing all that stupid port
Right,
business.
yeah.
Because the real quote unquote multiplayer was so bad we didn't even bother. So we just tried doing like a fake version of the LAN connection, and even that was just not great.
But yeah, couldn't leave the area at the same time, couldn't go through doors at the same time. There was a chance that one of us wouldn't make it back to town. It was crazy.
And it sucks too because multiplayer was kind of their one job. Because the only problem with Torchlight 1 that pretty much any critic had was that it didn't have multiplayer. Torchlight 1 is a purely single player game, which is why there's really no reason to play it. And then Torchlight 2 was like, finally, you can join your friends, and nobody can fucking join their friends. It's pretty awesome to be able to play this on the toilet, though. As with all Switch games.
I haven't done that yet.
You should play some Dragon Quest on the
I
toilet.
should play the Dragon Quest on the toilet. Yeah, I'm like super into the demo for Dragon Quest 11, which is amazing because the demo just keeps going. It hasn't ended yet, and I'm like almost 10 hours in. He made a point to me earlier though. I do tend to like explore every nook and cranny of every single area, so like my actual gameplay time is probably not anywhere near 10 hours. I think for the first time ever since I started streaming for you guys, I'm gonna have to change the canvas size.
Is it that monstrous?
It's weird to try to force something into a square.
Oh, fair enough.
Omar's saying to check Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I just figured I'd come in here because I don't get much work done when the stream is happening, anyways. I'm supposed to be working on thumbnails, but thumbnails terrify me, so I've just been working on more site stuff, the cast page and whatnot. Where's my phone? Hang on, you can't actually pause Torchlight, so I gotta make sure this guy's dead.
Even if you go back to the home screen, it's not paused?
I don't know. I assumed yes. However, there was this one part where I did that, and when I went back into the game, I was dead. So
What?
I actually don't know.
Right, I forgot that happened.
I would have thought, like, I was under the impression that when you go back to the home screen, it does pause whatever you were playing.
Rob said he had the demo disc for the original Age of Empires, and he would play like all the time before he was allowed to get the actual game. He played Holy Man so many times. I've never actually played Age of Empires.
I fucking love the original. The original Age of Empires is like one of the only RTSs I like. Like everybody seems to prefer Age of Empires 2. I don't know. My nostalgia is purely for the first game. And like vanilla, not even with Rise of Rome. Vanilla, and then you put in the code to get the rocket car. And then you just drive rocket cars. And you have those little laser men that go around the map. Oh my god, our Wi-Fi. That's the other thing with peer-to-peer multiplayer. We're the peer that made everything bad. Or I guess in the case of you and I was the peer. With the shitty internet.
My internet in Texas was really terrible.
Where am I?
Oh, that looks wonderful.
Thank you.
That's turning out really good. Holy shit. Yeah, I definitely want to get more like creatures and stuff in Rising Sand. Like I want to try to get across the
Make his snoot bigger.
bleakness without sacrificing some of the things that make landscapes fun to draw.
Yeah.
I mean, I like bleak landscapes, but like, I know you like drawing critters and doodads and stuff in environments as well.
I do like critters and
Those are StarCraft map editor terms, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it's StarCraft. Doodads are like nips, like just decorative things, and critters are like the in Warcraft they were sheep, in StarCraft they're like little slugs, the little things on the ground in Diablo that you can step on.
Yeah.
I'm sure even in Diablo 3 they were still calling them critters.
That's wonderful.
It's critters and doodads.
Critters and doodads. Rob, I owe you a bigger sketch after this. Oh, I was saying that I'm gonna owe you a bigger like request after this. Maybe you could add to this narrative.
Sorry, I was just catching up on the chat while I was in there. I thought Age of Empires was one of those rare games that you could pause in multiplayer. Because I remember you and I were actually having that chat recently, and I was telling you how you could pause StarCraft,
Yeah.
even in the middle of an online match.
Which is bonkers.
Which is crazy, yeah, because nobody should have the ability to pause an online game. That should honestly just be the trade-off. You don't pause. But especially because it's StarCraft, it takes like fucking 20 minutes. Like, matches generally don't take very long. Well, certainly not the ones I play. I'm fucking dog shit at StarCraft. But I thought Age of Empires was another one that you could pause while playing online. So I'm probably full of shit. My favorite was I just loved the map editor, and I loved creating like endless forests with just little like maze-like paths through them and stuff. And it was just there was this weird. I used it more as an exploration game than anything, where I would like create these huge maps and then just explore them, even though I was the one who created them. Just the fog of war just kind of made it like this. It was so much fun. I loved it. And like any RTS, I'm really bad at it, but it was a fun game. Age of Empires is probably the easiest RTS I've ever played. The AI wasn't terribly good. Shit, it's Simon!
Hi, Sai.
Yeah, wow. Weekday streams are so much more populous than weekend streams. Who'd have thunk it?
How are you today?
possibly working.
Oh, happy birthday to your friend. Oh my god, I want to be rum drunk. I need to remember to send everybody their sketches this week. I am sorry, I'm so terrible at that. Isn't he great? He's a monster to fight this lady.
I had to get my wah.
Yeah, I need to be better about drinking my water today.
Yeah, sure, right?
We should probably call this finished. Side before you have to scoot to be a part of your friend's birthday there, do you have an idea for a sketch for me? Maybe I can knock that out and send it to you later. Also, Jesus, thank you so much to those of you in here that are waiting on commissions. I am so sorry it's taken me forever. I'm trying very hard to get caught up on them today. I'm working out a time sensitive one, and then I can get back to work on ones that I had open with you guys.
Ugh.
Yeah, wow, he's rad.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, tonight I'm commission mode, and then I gotta start doing thumbnails tomorrow morning. Ugh.
I know. I don't want to take you guys for granted. Like you're some of the most patient, understanding, just incredibly giving, generous people ever. So thank you.
Fuck yeah!
And I say I'm super, super impatient for the 25th to roll around. I'm so ready to get this comic updating again. Sign that. It was Rage's request for a berserker lady. And then Omar had the idea for a monster to fight her. He's cool. She does, right? I was probably channeling that a bit. Did you see PJ Holden's Warrior Lady?
No.
I retweeted her like a couple days ago, I think.
I think I have PJ muted for his non-art stuff.
Oh.
I have easily 2/3 of the people I follow muted. Because Twitter is essentially just like follow somebody because, you know, an illustrator of professional prominence who is like all the pros. When I did that that Batman collab with Tristan Jones,
Yeah.
and I suddenly got like fuckloads of like very, very famous comic people following me, it's like, well, I'd be an asshole not to follow back. In this particular case, I'd be a jerk not to follow this person who is, you know, like themselves a legendary comic person back, and that's how I ended up following like Rachel Stott and other people. I think that's where PJ came from.
Probably.
And it's like, and the other problem with Twitter is it humanizes everyone, so it's just everybody's garbage, and then you're just like, right, you have problems. I can follow you for. I think that's why people like Instagram, because it's all the art without the.
Oh yeah.
Without anybody talking about it.
No, if people, I tell people if they don't want my nonsense, they could just go follow me on Instagram and never see my art because I'm terrible at updating.
And that's also why so many people have art-only accounts, because it's to counteract the very problem I'm describing.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it like?
The sign that got his tablet from PJ.
Oh, nice! I think I remember that.
I think I remember him.
When PJ was like, I got an extra tablet.
That's awesome.
Also, it makes sense because PJ's in Britain, right?
Yeah.
Who is the person we know doing those killer Judge Dreads out of like sparse, like almost look like palette knife or like sponge work with ink? They're like super messy strokes and shit, but they like coalesced into these like beautiful Judge Dredd portraits. I should really draw Judge Dredd.
You should. Holy crap.
I would fucking love to draw Judge Dredd.
Oh my god, it's Jenn.
Big ass eyeless character with a scowl. That's kind of before Rising Sand. That was pretty much the only thing I drew.
What kind of tablet is it? Is that PJ that's doing those? No.
What? No, no, it's not PJ. PJ doesn't draw like. I mean, PJ does draw Judge Dredd, but it was somebody. It was like Lawrence Campbell, or it was like. No, because I think it was another British bloke. God, I follow so many artists whose work I'm just barely familiar with.
Sam agrees you should draw Judge Dredd.
I would love to do that. I think that'd be fun.
That'd be a lot.
Who was it that was making those fucking custom judge badges?
That was
I want one of those. Was that Sabella
yeah.
doing that? I want one of those.
I mean, maybe you could commission him online. It sounds like he's only doing them for people that are showing up to con.
Yeah, no, exactly. But like, he should put those online. It's like I would fucking love that.
Sama, do you have what's the word I'm looking for? A request for me? Right, those badges are amazing.
It was great because the one on top said queer because obviously you put that one on top because that would get likes. I think the one next to it said POC, and then there was one underneath that you couldn't make out, but it clearly just said fuck. I'm Judge Fuck. I would love a judge badge that just says fuck. Or just like any like dumb swear word. Piss.
Butts.
I'm Judge Butt.
Judge Boobs.
You are Judge Boobs.
Hey, quiet. I mean, true, but I need a badge that says that now.
Boobs, yeah. Judge Tits.
Judge Boobs, crap boobs.
I'm Judge Anime Titties. That wouldn't fit. That's the thing with judge badges. Like, your name has to be within like 3 to, I'm gonna say, like 7 characters. Otherwise, it's not gonna fit in the space. Because you notice the way that judge badges work. They're all drawn exactly the same dimensions. Like, this is in the comics and in every other media. They're all drawn to the exact same dimensions, and the text is just scaled up and down.
Yeah.
To fit that one space. And it's like, if you have, I mean, I'm wondering if that's why Anderson's badge says Psy instead of Anderson. Because the artists couldn't actually fit Anderson onto a judge badge.
I want to watch Dread again. Is it yet? Is it time? Is it time to watch Dread again?
It's never not time to watch
Okay,
Dread.
we should watch Dread again.
Correct me if I'm wrong, they are making a series, but it's not Carl Urban, right?
I thought, wasn't he? Oh,
No, I heard they were in talks to make a series, and then Carl Urban said something about, like, they haven't talked to me about it, which is disheartening, but such is life. But it would still be cool if they made one. Especially because, like, I'm super not familiar with the lore, and it's one of those comics, like, I have no fucking idea where to begin. Like, there are, like, 40 years of comics, and they're just endless, and the split over so many different titles and stuff that's, I want to get into it, but it's difficult.
Oh, Sai says the show is called Mega City, so it's just about the city.
Right. So I assume it's more of an overarching show about the extended Dread lore than Dread specifically.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Because Judge Dredd is one of those, like, parodies of America that doesn't feel, like, satirical to the point of like, it doesn't feel clowny. Like, when it's handled right, like the way Dredd did it, like, it feels, like, completely, yeah, this is probably what it'll be like.
What's Little Bunny's name from Zootopia? Is it Judy?
Yeah, Judy Hopps.
Judy Hopps.
Why?
Because that's what Simon's request is, and that's amazing.
Oh, fuck yeah! Zootopia was a good-ass movie.
It was so good.
I really like that movie.
Oh, no. Judy, put your clothes back on.
Yeah, it's really hard to not see her getting fucked every time you find her on the internet.
Oh, she's so sweet. I love this design. This character's adorable.
Yeah, that movie was really good. And so, like, I remember after seeing it in theaters, like, just kind of stunned by how obvious the message was and what the message was. Because Disney movies tend to focus on, like, more basic things like be yourself and shit like that, but then just being like, oh yeah, no, racial profiling. Racial profiling is a problem.
That movie was brilliant. It was super good.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish it was still on Netflix.
I'm still a little I got my panties in a bunch that the desert district is literally next to the polar district, and I have to assume that's an enormously inefficient use of the city's power to keep one cold next to one so hot.
Oh, Monsterizer! That's, oh my goodness. There's so many layers of awesome.
Wait, so is this like a Sonic Unleashed thing?
Sure.
Okay. That's the one where he turns into a werewolf. Or Sonic the Hedgehog. It is incredible how he has clung to life, despite almost every Sonic product being terrible. He is just the kind of character you kind of want to see do well, though. Even after like 30 bad games in a row. Probably hasn't been.
There is an old horror movie about bunnies. God, I think it's been done a couple of times. That like eat people. Night of the
Oh yeah, and then they filmed regular sized bunnies.
yeah.
They I can't remember if they did that on Best of the Worst or if Jay just made like heavy reference to it and then they just showed a bunch. No, they did do it. Because I remember you were talking about how you'd seen it and how your mom made you watch it.
Yeah.
It's Night of the Lepus.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time remembering that word.
It's really cuter than it is scary.
Oh, shit. I think I missed Rob. Rob, have a good day. Go be an adult and work.
Love you. I wish I could get more into horror movies.
I freaking love horror movies.
Wish I could get into any movie. It's very difficult for me to give a shit about like new entertainment and like find things to add to my rotation.
Need to learn how to deal with the new YouTube because they're really starting to force the new creator studio on people.
God damn it!
I don't know how to.
We
get
like
around it.
old. Fuck new. It's really depressing, like watching myself become the old person who doesn't want to learn new things.
I don't mind learning. It's just they make it really difficult to find where shit went to.
I've had a pretty bad week.
No.
Trying to catch up on even the most basic like code things and trying to learn Blender.
Yeah,
It's just all this shit that like
you've had a rough week.
it's been a very rough week of like being humbled over and over again.
Oh, Simon, when you do a live stream on YouTube, you have like this whole like creator studio page that you have to go to tell it what you want to stream, and they have a new like manager that's in beta right now. It's really difficult to navigate, and I still can't figure out how to tell the new studio that I want to stream a thing, not just upload a video, but actually stream. And I keep having to tell it that no, I want to use the old studio, and sooner or later they're going to stop allowing people to do that. So I need to learn how to work with new shit.
That was just a construction guy, right?
What's that?
Somebody just went by her window.
Probably. Oh yeah.
Who's that?
Who is that?
We should just watch DS9 again.
Always. Honestly, I would really love to watch Stargate again.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And everybody says snarky things, and then Sam saves the day.
Sam blew up the sun. Right? Simon said he's learning old programs. He can't be learning new stuff now.
Yeah. Like the last time I had to learn a program was Clip Studio, but like Clip Studio I don't need to learn all the way because anything I don't know how to do in that, I know Photoshop inside out, so I can just do that in Photoshop. But like, oh my god, Blender, Jesus Christ. 40 minutes of videos and I finally know how to like rotate a cube.
That's more than I know how to do. Blender.
Yeah, you're gonna have to learn that too, right? If you're gonna like
Yeah.
rotate things around to like the views that you need and whatnot, like
Yeah.
you're gonna have to learn some Blender. Like I figured we could learn SketchUp like everybody else, but fucking why? Let's just learn the good one. We'll just use that.
Simon says he's learning Painter 2020.
Oh, like Corel Painter. Corel Painter's really fun. It's
never
super
played with
GPU
it.
intensive, but it's a lot of fun because like it actually simulates paint and the properties of real paint.
Yeah.
So it's super cool.
I've never played with it.
Like if you have a watercolor brush and you have like the saturation set like really high, shit will continue to bleed every time you make a stroke. Like strokes that you made a while ago will continue to like bleed out into the page,
That's really
depending
cool.
on what kind of surface you have set. It's really neat.
Hey man, maybe paint stuff is incredible too. I've never played with Painter. I've seen people do some pretty magical stuff with it, but it was something I never really got into.
There's another program, the name of which is escaping me right now. It starts with a K. That's another painting program that's like all GPU based. It's kind of fun. But since I can't remember the name, never mind. Krita.
Oh.
Krita. It's pretty good. I think I used Paint Tool Psi like once.
That's another one I never played with.
All I know is that's the one that anime kids use.
Yeah.
Use that one if you like anime.
I like that.
It's fine.
I really don't know. So I gotta just doodling. I think I went a little more monster than actual just, shot with the purple stuff. What was the purple stuff called? Do you remember?
Nope. Did it have a name? Because I know the berries were called night owlers,
Right, yeah.
but I don't know if the actual elixir or whatever made from them had a name.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I was going for like extreme perspective. It's not really working though.
Don't know until it's right.
I do like the idea of like mid transformation though. It's kind of cool.
I just picked up pants, legendary pants called the Voynich Hose, which are described as leggings covered with intricate and baffling needlework.
Oh yeah, sometimes I do. Like if I need something to follow a specific curve that I'm just not nailing myself, I'll lasso tool it and play with like mesh transformation. I don't do that often, but like yeah, sometimes I'll need to shrink an ear or something, and I'll lasso tool it and make it smaller. In fact, I did it a bit with her. Like I needed to rotate her hand. God, both hands. I think I did it with both hands. And yeah, it's just lasso tool, and then I tell it transform, and or I'll click on the button up here. and just move it around as I need to. You know, I do too. I had a really hard time transitioning to just digital art when I first started. And I think a lot of it had to do with me just feeling guilty about what goodies there were for you to make your life a little bit easier. Like I can, if I screw up an inked line on here, it's simple as undoing that line. Whereas if I'm inking traditionally and I really mess it up, I either have to pull out the whiteout or fix everything digitally later. And working with on just digital has made my life a little bit easier and harder at the same time. But it's enabled me to get faster at drawing comics, and that's the whole reason why I switched to digital. And it's kind of trained me a bit to be looser when I work traditionally too, which is a good thing. I was sometimes my stuff looked really stiff, and it's taught me some new tricks. And it's good. I don't think anybody should ever poo-poo digital art.
It is really hard to learn to draw digitally.
It is, yeah.
I never figured it out on an Intuos, and it's even more impressive that you can do that. I wasn't able to draw digitally until I was drawing directly on the screen.
I just needed Frenden's brushes to make me feel like I was drawing with pencil.
Just that disconnect, though, it's bizarre. And I was never able to figure out drawing with that, so it's pretty cool that you can do that.
Yeah.
We need to get you a goddamn screeny screen for the dry draw.
I don't know.
Well, now that like decent alternatives to Wacom products exist, and you can get one for $600 rather than $3,000,
Yeah,
that's pretty great. Oh Jesus!
I like the Centuos. I like working on it. I'm used to it now.
Yeah, but we could put a Cintiq in front of you, and after like one 24-hour period, you'd probably be like, oh, yeah, right, okay, this is better. The only thing that is weird is drawing on glass, which at this point, like, I'm so used to it, doesn't matter.
I think that would weird me out too. Because at least this, it's smooth, but like
If you can learn to do that, where you're drawing in a different spot than you're looking, I'm sure that drawing on glass is the least of your concerns.
Poor Judy.
Poor Judy. That's a good like background work movie.
Yeah. That's why I wish it was still on Netflix.
Oh, I've got it. Like I can just give it to you.
I should get it from you again. Oh my goodness. Alright, who's still with us? There's about 20 minutes left. Do you want to drop it?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, hang on. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no. See, I would. But yeah, going to the home screen does not stop the game.
Oh wow.
Hang on. Like you just asked this like seconds after I started like a nonstop arena battle. Wait, maybe it'll stop it if I just sleep the entire system. Hang on. It looks like it did.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure about this Judy either. That's okay. Alright, Ty's gonna take over for the last 20 minutes or so.
Why?
Oh, cause to give my hand needs some break.
Oh my god, what are you doing with this chair?
Nothing. I put my butt in it.
Is it because you sit on the edge? I'm also not used to the floor being this way. This floor.
I believe in you.
Alright. This stupid computer I hate. I'm gonna make a new layer. Right. How do I change brush size?
I use the wheel. There you
Wheel.
go. The wheel.
I don't know, what should I draw?
Oh, you bastards.
Almost.
That's incredible. Already, that's so good.
God, it's so hard to draw on this goddamn computer. I think I'm getting better though. It's so I said it's Sherlock Holmes or Moriarty. That's yeah. I guess it could be either of those as well. Classic literary character Waluigi. No, fuck. We can just make it. Why not just make it everybody? Right, not sure how I'm gonna do this yet. Actually, do you have like a brush that's more fun than this? Oh god, you have so many.
I only use 2 brushes, so I don't know.
Oh, what you got there? Freaking thick. Oh, that's nice and bright. We have like texture. Oh, none? What? We need one with like texture. Fuck.
Oh, you don't have all the ones that. You have Frenon's brushes, right?
Yeah.
So what are the ones that are missing that should be here? Oh, I think I'm thinking of that other one that had Blessed Ballpoint in it.
Oh, right.
I'm thinking of the ones from that pack.
Yeah, I don't have that. I should probably download that.
Yeah, they're super good.
Oh wait, no, they cost money, right?
Well, yes. Yes, they does.
Well, I mean, you can find packs online for free sometimes.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm definitely at the point in my career that I will try to pay people when possible.
No, absolutely, I agree. I couldn't remember if that was a 4K one or not.
Yes, I just can't remember how much it cost. I think it was like $50 or something. Look at this. I'm just gonna cheese it. God, I miss Alchemy so much. I guess he's gonna be a gunman now. He's gonna be a gunman now. Okay, yeah, fuck it. Waluigi is a gunman now. So Waluigi, Sherlock Holmes, gunman. You people are so lucky to bear witness to this kind of bullshit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, wait. Waluigi doesn't have a W on his hat. What have I done? He's got. What is that, Gamma? I think that's Gamma. The Waluigi hat. Do that.
Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know your Greek alphabet?
Maybe I do, and I just don't want to share.
Well, then you're an asshole.
What pen are you using?
Nib Gritty.
Oh,
I just have the grit turned down, kind of making it pointless to be using this. Oh, Jesus, okay. So, Waluigi's gonna be a mech. He's mech in your face. Normally I don't. When I'm drawing for real, I tend to use a pretty gossamer brush. It's also partially due to the fact that changing brush size as a left-handed person with a right-handed person setup is actually kind of a pain in the ass. I've noticed that. This is so stupid. I swear I've drawn pictures for money.
I'm sure several people would pay good money for Mech Waluigi.
Surprised I haven't had like any album commissions in forever. So I guess I haven't really been actively seeking them. Though, did I ever really actively seek them? Like, how did I get the ones that I got? Leap Sequence was because the guy who runs that label was also a Bitch Rip fan. And then the metal albums I've done, I have no idea.
I thought they just emailed you.
The Emerald Veil was a Facebook message, I think.
Oh. Well, okay. Yeah. I thought they just.
And that was a bunch of 17-year-olds.
Oh my god, I forgot they were so babby.
Yeah, they were all Australian. And I did not care for their music at all. Like it wasn't bad, it just wasn't my thing. It was, I think, what children would call hardcore. Not as in like the genre hardcore as opposed to the basic adjective hardcore. Oh goodness, no! That's slated to go until like a construction worker just walked by our bedroom window. That's slated to go until like January, I think.
Like mid-January.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a little while yet.
I think they're just painting our side now.
Painting it what?
White.
Oh. Ripping everybody's balconies off and replacing them. They're basically doing a bunch of cosmetic work to hide the fact that this is an extremely poor apartment complex. I don't know what guns look like. They always have wings, don't
Like vaguely winged.
they? Like yeah, wing-like protrusions from their back. I guess the other one's behind his deerstalker hat, which of course he's still wearing. Oh yeah, and then you gotta have like the like samurai horns.
Or maybe it should be mustache shaped.
What? On his head?
Yeah.
Stupid. Let's do it.
There you go. That's awesome.
I hate this. Monty's good, so far as we can tell. We don't see him much anymore because honestly, if we wanted to catch him, we would literally have to just spend hours looking out the window and not doing anything. Oh yeah, I should have drawn Judge Dredd. Draw Judge Dredd. I'll draw him from memory first, so you can all have a laugh at how little I remember of Judge Dredd. Something I've always I should probably finish the Monty story. What was I talking about?
Monty.
Yep. Oh yeah, for us to actually catch him, we'd have to like just burn our entire evenings waiting for him to show up. So we don't. We do know he's still eating. Some of you may not know there's actually a second cat now. Not Goat. Goat is still probably dead. But there's a new one who we have named Bree, who may be a similar breed to Monty. Her hair looks kind of shorter. She's calico, which is why we know she's female.
And she's itty bitty.
And she's very, very small. And she eats way more than Monty does. So if she shows up first, Monty's basically out of luck. Yeah, Goat. Last we saw of Goat, I accidentally scared her into the creek in the middle of winter. And I have never seen her again, so I am terrified that she froze to death.
She did get out of the creek and run and hide.
Yeah, so it is possible she was fine because we had barely seen her before, anyways. I only ever saw her like twice ever, so there is a chance that she just we've just never seen her again. But it was -13 the day she fell in the creek. -13 is really fucking cold for you Americans. But yeah, Bree is clearly way younger than Monty, and eats absolute truckloads of food.
Like she's not a kitten, just a very small cat.
Yeah, she's definitely not like a new cat. She's just a very small cat. This isn't even the right pencil. What the fuck is going on? Rough pencil. Yeah. Hit me with that. Okay, Judge Dredd from memory. We got chin. We got helmet that, if you're drawing it accurately, is a stupid shape that I hate. You got the I forget how the visor goes. The only thing I remember about the visor is that it does that stupid crisscross thing. There's one thing I like about the Sly Stallone Dredd. The helmet is better. It's just a better helmet. Like with just like the single visor, that's cool. I'm pretty sure he's got a big thing. It's probably got stars on it. And I'm guessing this is stripes. He's got like a neck.
Like a neck.
And oh, for fuck's sakes, it's like it comes in like this, and I think it goes back out again. And it's like a gladiator helmet. And then this stupid bullshit that is the worst. Oh my god, I hate that so much. And then he's always got the swooshy lightning bolts instead of eyes. Oh, I'm not disparaging Judge Dredd as a character design. I do really like Judge Dredd. I hate his fucking helmet. I hate his stupid crisscrossy helmet. What? There was some film critic who, or like comic person or somebody who did like a defense of Judge Dredd's costume, because his costume design is like, it's from a design perspective, it's seriously bad. Like there's just so many colors and things happening, and it's just a mess. But they went on like this defense of his costume design and how like it's perfect given the context of the world that he lives in, and it was super convincing. It was just like, yeah.
I remember that.
You remember that where they were just like, where they were trying to like frame it in this, because the world is like this. Of course, there would be cops that would look like this. And like they like explained a possible explanation for why the judge costumes are so ridiculous.
Oh, I bet we could find that again.
And of course, we need
like a while ago.
his trademark smile.
What? Now you're just being silly.
It's Judge Dredd. What are you talking about? It's Judge Dredd. Okay. That's not angry enough, but whatever. You forgot to shave this morning. I assume Judge Dredd must shave, right? He doesn't strike me as a man who can't grow a beard.
What was it? I think it was junk. He retweeted somebody with a beardy dread, and it was amazing.
Oh, fuck, maybe I'll do that. Shit. Okay, so his neck continues. Do some veins. He's just so passionate about America. Or Neo-America, where it's called Judge Dredd. Maybe his facial hair is just scared. Does his actual suit just has a regular, like his comic costume just has a regular collar, right? Because the bomb collar in the movie, in in the Carl Urban movie is the coolest thing ever.
Everything is so good in that movie.
The costume design's just so fucking good.
The
think-
bike is so fucking good because it's so 80s.
Yeah.
Just this giant hard plastic shell on his bike is it's so good.
To answer your question though, yeah, I think it's just like Rigo color. I think.
In Rising Sand terms, Dredd almost counts as a decadent because he has like basically like a full fucking monument on his one shoulder. I guess this is more like some sort of tropical bird. Oh, Jesus Christ. And he's got his butt right up against him. This is like super shredder Dredd. Maybe the bird should be skeleton too. Or, oh fuck. What if the bird is also wearing a judge's helmet? Perfect. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. He's got that like red stripe that goes all the way around. And then I'm pretty sure this is like molded. And then he's got, what side does the badge go on? I guess it would go here. I'm pretty sure this is also an eagle, right? And it's got like wings or something. And then he's got that trademark tilted thing. Oh, is it on the other side? I thought badges go on. Are badges always on the left? Like always? I thought badges on the right. Like our left, like the viewer's left. God, I must just be full of shit. Okay. We'll just give him a second badge. So it doesn't matter. And it's like the two eagles are like bowing at each other out of respect for America. If I remember correctly, he's got a giant zipper. And is it the zipper that is chained to his badge? Which is probably the single dumbest thing about the character design, but it's also like badass, kind of. It's like why would your badge be chained to your zipper? Oh, that makes sense. Like so many 90s kids, I learned to draw chains from Spawn. So I do the Spawn thing where I painstakingly draw every single link. Todd McFarlane's a weirdo. I actually forget where it flips to the badge. 14-year-old me would have thought giant zipper with a chain was like the best. In fact, 14-year-old me probably did have a zipper with a chain. What's on his other shoulder? It's another big thing, right? Like not as big as the eagle, but it's like another. I thought it was like another big goal. Isn't it like
I thought it was like a
one of those like
tassel
naval officer
yeah,
things?
I thought so.
Where it's like a chandelier, complete with like candles. Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh, this is great. I know he has sleeves, but I'm not going to give them to him because since when do my character designs have sleeves? I make Rising Sand. Nobody
Sorrels has sleeves. Bone's got sleeves.
Bone sometimes has sleeves. Bone has so the Sorrel actually starts Act 2 with no sleeves. Oh wait, he has gloves, doesn't he? There's those giant green gloves. Completely tearing apart the color scheme of the character.
Oh yeah.
Green gloves. Oh, you know what you know what? He should just be wearing like Hulk fists. If you want to come up here, come up. Leo's now on my lap, so it's gonna make this even more difficult. There, he's wearing Hulk hands. I'm sorry, is Judge Dredd's canon first name Fred? Is his name seriously Fred Dredd? I thought it was like Joe or something. Summit just said, yeah, I love it. Maybe this is Fred's long lost brother, Frank Dredd. Is that to imply that Judge Dredd's real name is Fred? Oh, okay. Frederick Dredd.
This is a nightmare. Now there's a cat in your lap. Yeah.
Just so there's no mistaking that these are Hulk hands.
Did you make them green?
No, I just make them
Oh,
say
no.
copyright Marvel. He's wearing his dual badges that say fuck and butt.
I'm so glad people pay us money to be here.
You gotta give him pouches. Oh fuck, what does he have for a belt buckle? Wait, no, I'm supposed to be doing this from memory.
Another helmet.
I was gonna do a skull, so I'll meet you halfway, and it'll be a skull wearing a Judge Dredd helmet. This is where he keeps his granola bars.
More like frownola bars.
More like frownola bars. I like that. This is stupid, and the stream is technically over.
It needs another day. There you go.
Oh, and his dick is hanging out just out of frame.
Why would you do this? It was perfect.
It still is. And his pubes create majesty lines. Yes! Perfect. It's great though because it's Judge Dredd content, so John will just retweet it on Reflex.
Do you want me to send this to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, I hate drawing on your computer.
You are getting better at it.
Yeah. God, I was able to get two out there. We got the Waluigi Mac and we got Judge Fred. Holy fuck. Thank you for this gift. Let's eat spaghetti.
Okay.
Wait, were we gonna get pizza? No, we're getting pizza tomorrow. It's our anniversary tomorrow. We should get
It
pizza.
is our anniversary tomorrow.
It's our anniversary tomorrow.
Pizza, or we could get it tonight and just have it early. Anniversary.
That's true. We could just do nothing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
my goodness. Thank you for hanging out, guys.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, dudes.
And we will talk to you on the internet. I will also try to remember to get you these sketches and the previous sketches, and probably the sketches before that, to you sometime this week.
It's a good idea.
Oh, thank you, Omar. Because congrats.
Yeah, it's been
We've been stupid together for many years.
7 years.
All right. Good night, guys.
Yeah, be gone.
Bye.
Be gone with you.
Bye. No, wait. We don't have to leave yet. What's upside, Matt?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
What's happening?
Oh my goodness. Love you guys. We will talk to you later.
Okay, love you.